Happy 2019 Home Trees. It's your host, Chris, Corey, and Donnie, and welcome to another goodie bag edition of the More Gooder Than podcast. On these extra shows, we reveal the movies for the next main episode, read your comments, listen to messages from the hotline, and do another segment of MGT Light, where we discuss something from our week that has piqued our interest or something that we've enjoyed and want to share with you. So next week's main episode is titled True Rickmance, and the real Home Trees should have guessed that. Just saying. And we'll feature the movies Truly, Madly, Deeply, Sense and Sensibility, and Love Actually. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my chest.
We get into it, but I love Bill Nighy.
Oh my gosh, he's so great.
He's just great and everything.
So obviously, in January, it's become a thing where we do Alan Rickman movies.
I don't know
Probably
for how
for
much
the last
longer.
time, yeah.
This is probably the conclusion.
Yeah.
This is the end of the trilogy.
And the trilogy is basically, we're Star Wars. You know, you do one every year.
Yeah.
And then it ends, and then eventually we
In
do
20 years, we'll do 3 more.
Exactly, yeah. When he comes back from the dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again?
Again. But these 3 were, every time when we did the first round of Rickman movies, everyone's like, oh, you should do this and this and this. And so we're like, okay, whatevs. And then second round, we completely ignored that. And same thing. Oh, you need to do Truly, Madly, Deeply. What about Love Actually? Why aren't you doing Love Actually? Yeah. And then Elise is Sense and Sensibility. Let's watch it. And then that's not how she sounds. I don't know why I'm making her voice sound like that.
Full disclosure, I couldn't find Truly, Madly, Deeply, so I watched Rasputin instead. I think it's pretty much the same movie.
Same movie. Exact same movie. But anyway, so we're doing our True Rickmans. There was a Twitter poll ran about a month ago. We're back. By the way, thanks for sticking around through our vacation time. We feel rested, recuperated, or at least kinda, at least. So over a month ago, we did the Young, Dumb, and Full of Coming of Age. Was our last time we did a real episode. And
What movies were they?
Stand By Me,
Forgotten.
Sandlot, and
right.
Now and Then.
Yeah.
So,
I forgot. I came up with that one.
congratulations.
I didn't remember which ones they were. Yeah.
Stand By Me won 54%.
That's
Really? I thought Sandlot would be...
I did too, but that's a mandate from the people.
All right, I guess I'll have to take a picture with a leech on my balls.
Are we getting back into that?
Oh, are we bringing it back?
It's up to you guys. I was always in. I always brought it.
did them every week. And like you guys, I even
brought
was
it
like
100%.
I killed it.
Yeah, it's like, don't say you guys. That's like when your mom says like, "Oh, you boys." Like I didn't do it.
Don't lump me into this.
Don't lump me into this. Like, "Oh, you boys always do this." And like my dad does that the worst. He's, "Oh, you boys always break my Xbox." Like, Dad, I haven't lived at home in over a decade. What are you talking about? How can I break your Xbox? Yeah. Anyway, it's a sore subject, obviously.
I had a awkward experience yesterday at work. I'm not going to be too specific, but I was in the break room. Coworker A, unrelated coworker B was in there. Coworker A started talking about a Chappelle Show skit. I'm like, I'm not part of this conversation. Don't say those things in this fucking break room.
It's like an episode of The Office.
Yeah.
Basically, where you look at the camera and kind of just do like a weird little smile.
Yeah.
There's a theory going around that Jim cheated on Pam when they were married.
With who?
I don't know. Like we show time and time again.
Evidence?
That theory sounds pretty weak.
It's like no. They had some marital problems when he was living in another city, but that was normal marital strain.
Oh, with Daryl?
There was a girl that was like really into him, and she was trying to like get in between them, right?
And like he was so.
But there's also a guy who was after Pam.
The sound guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's 100% false. There's just no way. Like Jim loves Pam more than anything in the entire universe.
Yeah.
Anyway. It's a great show. The Office. So this is now The Office Talk with Sat Jackson. And let's get into your comments. We have a couple months worth. Paris, of course.
Dungeons and Drongos.
Dungeons and Drongos.
And Patreon Extraordinaire.
I love Now and Then. I have been trying to make Zach watch it for so long. We only watched the trailer a week ago.
Oh, really?
Zach, did you watch it?
Yeah, hopefully in the last month that we've had, they've watched it. Because I love that movie. That movie's great.
It's very good.
They didn't even they didn't really need to watch it at that point because we broke it down like perfectly. I think.
Especially Sandlot. Yeah. This is a fun one. On Twitter, I don't actually even know this person, but Justice is Blonde on Twitter. Stand By Me was
Justin's alter ego.
No, it looks like
he dresses in drag and then he tweets on that account.
My name is Justice Winters. He wears a cape. No capes. No capes. She says, Stand By Me was filmed in my hometown of Eugene. I had several friends in that film. River, Corey, et al. Went to our local teen new wave club, the Met. Mm-hmm. I know, I want to go to the Met. And hung out with my debaucherous group of friends. No details.
Yeah, right? Like, you're going to make a claim like you hung out with
So I
guys?
said, nope. Like, you can't leave us hanging like that.
Yeah.
Like, and so she says, okay, first caveat, I have every reason to doubt the veracity of my old club friends. With that said, they used to brag about giving them their first hit of acid. In later years,
who gave who the acid?
the friends gave River and
So yeah,
and
her
Corey
friends
gave
her or his friends.
Yeah,
whoever
no,
it
it's
is,
Yeah.
their friends gave the actors
their first hit of acid.
Huh.
And he says, and in later years, they were narcissistic enough to feel guilt over River's overdose.
Yeah. Acid must have been a big thing in Oregon, huh?
Yeah. Donnie?
It was a big
drug of
thing, like
choice?
in that time period.
That
Well,
time period,
actually,
okay.
that was like mid '80s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a boring area of the
It was-
world. I'm sure drugs are rampant.
It was big in the mid '90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Justice is Blonde.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. And that's a really good story. If it's true, that's nuts.
Why do so many lesbians call Eugene home?
Is that a joke? Or
No, when I was living up there, and I didn't live in Eugene, I lived in Corvallis, which is about 45 minutes north of Eugene. My sister and I were in Eugene, and like I don't know if it's called the Eugene Weekly, but like the weekly, like free magazine or newspaper, like
Bakersfield Life.
like Seattle has one. We picked up one, and like on the that was the headline on the cover. Why do so many lesbians call Eugene home? So my sister and I asked
That was
her.
a thing.
Inside joke.
Yeah, we ask each other that question now and again.
That's funny.
It's the 2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
True. Paris again. All those stories of childhood injuries, I felt compelled to share mine. So I tore my ACL when I was 14 playing rugby. Hardcore, by the way, Paris.
Yeah.
Hardcore. Yeah. Made jokes about it from the sideline, then walked myself across 3 ovals to the nurse. Bonus, this was me waking up from my knee reconstruction at 15. It's hilarious. I'll show it to you later. She looks like one of the videos where like they don't remember where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's great. That's hardcore though.
It's so hardcore. Australians, like even like the weakest person in Australia is like stronger than most of our strongest people.
You know what it is? They get the dose of like the spider venom into their veins every
that's what
day.
it is, yeah.
To help build up immunity.
Just
And
a small diluted amount into their
so
veins.
basically, Australia's just a bunch of weak Spider-Men. Good day. The Men Are Dumb show at Men Are Dumb. My wish is for one of my favorite podcasts to discuss Dr. Detroit or Nothing But Trouble. So,
Well, not this podcast because you just insulted all 3 of us
I know.
by saying men are dumb.
I know. That's a guy. He's okay. He can say that. It's our word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so anyway, to that, Men Are Dumb, go to patreon.com/MGT. We'll do whatever movies you want, man. I looked them up for Dr. Detroit. It's with Dan Aykroyd. And he's like, he like becomes a drug dealer. So it's like a funny version of Breaking Bad.
Okay.
That's just from the Wikipedia thing. And then Nothing But Trouble. I know it's so gross looking. It's the one with Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, Demi Moore, where they get trapped in the
You've
the town.
referenced it, and we both give you blank stares.
Oh my gosh! How did this get made? Did it? And so I looked up. It's disgusting. At one point, they eat like warm Hawaiian punch. It's just really bad.
Sounds like trouble.
Patreon.com/MGT. We'll do whatever you want. Film Grouch, tell Donnie thanks for liking the Facebook page.
Oh yeah, I did do that.
Yeah, I still kind of wanted to make a suit out of your skin though.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like that doesn't diminish with time.
Yeah.
It just grows more intense, and you become a more comfortable yearning for that, as opposed to like anyway. Okay, let's sell this once for all. I ran a poll a while back ago about Gina Davis.
Oh,
Corey and Chris are not fans.
I think we covered the results of this, didn't we?
I don't think
Everyone
so.
loves Gina Davis. We don't.
I still had it saved. Well,
We talked about it, but maybe not. I didn't know there was an
so I
official
went to
poll.
the deets.
So overwhelmingly we're wrong.
Yeah.
like over 90%.
Yeah.
Total between Facebook and Twitter. We're super wrong apparently.
I don't get it. Explain to me why.
So then people brought
No,
up
not you. The fans.
No. So yeah,
Explain
that's
to
it.
me.
So Beetlejuice is what people brought up.
Okay.
Like Beetlejuice, and they brought up.
But are they just looking upon her favorably because they like that movie?
No, but so I started thinking about it. The movies that we picked her to be in
Are her worst?
are her worst.
Okay.
So Beetlejuice is she's good in Beetlejuice.
So we need to do somebody needs to sign up for Patreon and give us a Gina Davis episode.
a good Gina
Davis
A League of
episode.
Their Own. It's a very good movie.
Yeah, you guys
And
are
she's
so-
very
Because
good in
Tom
that.
Hanks is in it.
You guys are so outside of the norm on this one. Like over the break, I met with the Bene Gesserit to discuss whether or not you guys are actually human.
Oh my gosh. At first, I thought you meant Jesuits. At first, I'm like, why would you be with the Jesuits? That doesn't make any sense. So we got to put our hand in the death box.
Yeah.
I know. I'm looking forward to Dune, guys. It's going to happen soon. Two Girls on a Bench. Would love them so much. You guys, we didn't know that would be such a difficult question. It was the one like, what's our worst movie we've done? And remember for the Q&A episode, which home trees, you could give a flying fornication about those. No, but none of you guys listen to those at all. We want normal episodes. We want goodie bags.
Yeah.
We're not listening to Q&As.
Did you listen to the music episode?
Yeah. So you said, okay, so let's go into that music episode, which a shout out to, what were they thinking, Brondon over there. He said, listening to the new, Brindon?
Yeah.
Brindon, right? Yeah. He was doing a gif of them like listening to the new MGT with the anyway.
Okay, that's cool.
What'd you guys do? I didn't listen.
Yeah, I
to
know.
it.
Yeah,
You didn't do it yet?
didn't you add? So when the
I'll get around to
so
it.
you did Little One, and
Yeah.
then I did a banjo of. I'll give you
You'll
some.
Be Back.
Yeah, You'll Be Back, and then you did Paranoid Android
Yeah.
by yeah.
Oh, I will listen to that.
I was gonna say, like I didn't get any feedback. So I was like, oh, I guess nobody really listens to it. Everybody was out on vacation.
No, so yeah,
But
that is.
I did that one special because I was gonna do that song anyways. I have like a version that I do by myself. But
in your room, people walking. What are you doing? Nothing. Nothing.
just changing my strings. Or it's just like polishing my neck or something.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
That'd be better. Yeah.
Well, let's explore this. What else can we do? Fingering.
Yeah. I'm fingering my fretboard.
Fingering your fretboard. Tuning the old
Tuning my peg.
Tuning your peg. Yeah. What else we got there?
I'm
You slapping the bass.
slapping the bass.
Grinding your axe.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm filing my fret.
Okay.
I'm yeah.
There we go.
I'm rosin my bow.
My dad bought himself a violin.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's actually gotten pretty good. Just like randomly bought one.
Me and April were talking about after we did this music episode that you and I need to get together and do like a
We need to do more
something together.
Okay. I do
And she was saying
better
we should do the Devil Went Down to
together.
Georgia.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Right?
I'm better when you're there with me. Like I'm not kidding. No, like we're good on our own, but like together.
I prefer collaborative music myself.
Exactly, mine
Like,
too.
I have musical talent, but I really don't do a whole lot by myself because I prefer to work with people. Because
And
I
same.
got good ideas, but I like when I work off of other people's ideas, and then we make an even better idea than either one of us could have come up with.
Most of the home trees don't know this, but over the break, Corey was learning Portuguese, Chris was learning English, and it was beautiful.
It's love, actually. You want to drink some beers and go watch some porn?
Yeah.
It was so weird. We'll get into it next week.
Yeah.
Next week. But no, I was gonna do Paranoid Android, and then it just funny story. Steve,
I'm laughing
the
already.
mother flipping Galindo is a home tree, and so I thought it'd actually be really fun to do this song with him because back in the day when we used to cover music, we used to play as a band, and we used to cover a lot of songs. He'd always start jamming that one out, and none of us knew it, and so we just kind of like we'd kind of skip over it and move along. He always wanted to play that song.
It's a great song.
It's a great song. It's an amazing song. I've
Joe,
always loved it. I just it's hard, so I never learned it.
Sia. She covers it.
Yeah, we talked about this.
I know.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if we talked about it on air or not.
Yep,
but,
Yeah.
we did.
anyways, so I invited him, and then just by chance, my other buddy that was in the band just hit me up and said, "Hey, you want to play some acoustic guitar?" And I was like, "Well, hey, I'm getting together with Steve this weekend. You want to come join us?" So it just kind of came together kind of naturally, and it was really
Yeah.
cool. So I brought those guys in, and then you also hear another Patreon extraordinaire, my brother Andre, doing some vocals in the middle section.
That's what I was going to ask you. Was you said it? I listened to it again. I couldn't quite catch it. Who it was?
Oh yeah, so it's Steve Galindo on guitar, and then he also does some vocal stuff in the chorus. He's doing the robot voice.
It's me again, Spell.
Yeah,
It's me again, Spell.
I am not paranoid. And then my brother doing vocals because we didn't do any drums; it was just acoustic. So he did some vocals on there, and then me,
it's a good song,
my other buddy
man.
Steve Reyes.
It's so good.
It's awesome. It turned out really good. I like the way it turned out.
It turned out really good. No, you're going to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. So, Two Girls on a Bench. They said they didn't know that was going to be such a difficult question. Brondon actually messaged me again. He says, "Oh, you forgot to say crow." And it's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Crow's horrible, too. I forgot about that one. Blocked it out.
That is
Totally
true.
blocked it out.
Yeah.
We love you and hope you have a great vacation. Also, Armageddon is a really good movie. Suck it.
It is, Donnie. You're really in the minority on this one, bud.
Who said that? The one girl?
Yeah, one girl's on a bench.
Wow. Her opinion is suspect.
It's not like, Citizen Kane or anything like that, but it is fun summer trash.
Have you ever actually watched Citizen Kane?
No.
No.
It's
I told
so,
you I've never seen it, yeah.
It's so boring.
Yeah.
It really, and like, it comes back to that whole thing of where like, oh,
Spoiler,
it's the greatest movie.
it's his sled,
It's a
right?
sled, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
I don't even have context for that. So
I know.
Rosebud.
He says rose.
His dying word is rosebud.
And it's so that's what it is. It's like saying that the Wright brothers are the greatest plane makers of all time.
Top
Yeah.
Gun.
No, I'm just saying that, like,
Yeah.
well, because they did it first.
They did something
Yeah.
important.
They did something important, and that's great. But like,
their
then
plane design is not
their
the best.
plane design is not the best, and
Yeah.
that's what it is with this film. Is that it's almost 100 years old.
Yeah.
They did some really neat things. The transitions were great. The filming techniques were great. The nonlinear storytelling. It's all very good. Does not mean that then that gets to be the greatest movie of all time.
So they were Tarantinoing before Tarantino.
They were, and no, and you have to give it credit, and the credit is well deserved.
And
Like,
Orson Welles says the N word a lot.
yeah, it's super racist. Make some good coffee though. Make some good coffee. But anyway, so that's just my thing. So like all these movies, like, do they really actually hold up? Can you watch them?
They
with-
can't all be Errol Flynn movies. They don't all hold up.
or just The Godfather. The Godfather's always in the top.
I've never seen The
top 10.
Godfather.
It's very good.
We should do an episode where we just do those, like the top 10 films of all time.
That is a long movie.
It's worth it.
It's like 4 hours
Yeah,
long.
the thing is it is worth it. You're never bored in it. There's just
It's a classic for a reason. It is a good movie.
it's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
also I wanted to do some things that are in. It's not now that it's 2019. We got to start dressing like we're in Blade Runner. That's so.
I got both my bases covered. I got my Mr. Robot hoodie
Yeah?
and my runner. This is my runner. This is my evil corp. So I can go either way.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
No, but so it was like in 2019, Akira happens. The movie Akira. So like the world gets blown up, and like so 2019 is like all these things where all most of our movies take place in 2019.
Okay. Yeah.
So Blade Runner, we gotta start dressing. I mean, Deckard isn't that weird. He's wearing pants and a flannel shirt and a trench coat.
Yeah.
That's not that weird. But I don't know. What's Edward James Olmos's character's name in that?
Gaff. He wears like a suit.
Yeah, but it's like plastic.
Yeah. Well, Corey liked the strippers like plastic coat.
Plastic coat with that weird like chest plate.
Yeah. Their clothes were pretty.
Did you finally see 2049? Who hadn't seen
I
it?
hadn't seen it. I have watched it now, although I can't tell you. I don't know if I remember very much about it. I know that they're looking for Deckard, and they do find him in like that busted up city.
Spoilers.
But I don't remember any like of the big like information drops that like.
Really? Oh, you should watch it again.
I do need to watch it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you drunk?
Nah, it's probably tired. It's probably late at night. I was watching
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I don't remember like the resolution.
I don't either. But I remember it being very cool and like a lot of.
Guys, go watch the movie again.
I
It's
remember
really good.
an awesome soundtrack again, and,
so good.
I remember
cool
thoroughly enjoying it.
cool visuals of like the cityscape and stuff, and
Yeah.
it was good. I definitely liked it, but I couldn't tell you much about the plot.
I actually put it similar to a Aliens and Terminator 2 situation, where you built the world with the still really, really, really good movie in Alien and Terminator 1, but then you get the sequel that like expounds on that and like extrapolates from that data and moves on.
Yeah.
And anyway, I actually found 2049 a much more enjoyable movie. I thought it was really, really good
Than the first one.
than the first one.
I have to disagree with you there, but
I did enjoy
Well,
it.
obviously, because you don't remember it.
I disagree, Sid.
But it-
exactly.
You don't
It's
remember
basically
it at
like
all.
this movie that I like versus I don't know.
I don't remember. Yeah.
It didn't have a moment like as powerful as Rutger Hauer's like final speech or anything like that.
I don't know. Like well, you guys don't remember the ending. Hey, guys, go watch it again. We'll
I've
have this
seen
covered.
it, so you can spoil it. Tell us the ending.
No, it's just it's Kay realizing I don't want to spoilers, guys. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Go watch the movie. It's very good. Kay, like understanding he's dying. Agent K is dying, and he takes Deckard to his daughter, and it's Deckard seeing his daughter for the first. You guys also don't have daughters, so maybe that's what it was. And it's
Yes,
Kay.
I have no idea what it's like to love a child.
I know. Yeah. But so that it's him laying down and like dying and just like accepting the piece of. There's no words. It's a wordless moment.
Okay.
And so it's more powerful visually, which is what
The
2049 is about visual. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, so is the first one. I feel like
Yeah,
a lot of visuals of the cool city,
Of
and the
course.
soundtrack. Like there's a lot of like non-dialogue
Yeah.
elements in
and
those
that
movies.
fight with Batista at the beginning, that was awesome. That was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
remember it.
I,
I do need to watch it again.
watch it again. Like, you kidding me? Like, I've seen some like really great scenes.
I know. I don't know what was going on. I must have been distracted when I watched it, but I did watch it.
And okay, so here's the thing too. If you, of course, like Blade Runner more than 2049, that's fine. It's you want the original.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I know. You're welcome. I give you permission, Donnie, to like something. And anyway, so whatever. I just thought that was funny. Also, I found something online that was really funny. It was instead of saying the year of your birth, you use a important like happening event in that year, and you say that's how many years old I am.
Okay.
So the person who did it says, I am Michael Jordan scoring 58 points in one game years old.
Okay.
Yeah. So I looked at mine. I'm
Star Wars.
You're Star Wars years old?
I don't know what half of that was significant 81. I'm sure something soon.
Yeah, mine was I am Fraggle Rock years old. I just thought, anyway, I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
Your Reagan assassination attempt years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Congratulations.
I think that was 81.
But
I was 4. I don't.
Exactly.
My memory's fuzzy.
I was 0. I don't remember.
I was 0 years old. Zach from Dungeons and Dragons, I'm original Batman years old.
Okay.
So it was just
89
And then
or 66.
he's not, oh my gosh, is Zach almost as old as my dad? He's 52.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Zach, you look amazing for 52. You really
Right?
do. You look amazing. Also, we got hotline messages.
Oh, yeah. Let's hit the hotline.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Justine and Santiago posted on Instagram now, and they posted a picture of it was Owen Wilson face transposed onto the cover of World of Warcraft. Wow. Wow.
No, when that hotline bling, it can only mean one thing.
All right. Here's voicemail number 1.
Hello, gentlemen. This is Dave calling from the Knight Rider Years podcast.
What's up, Dave?
And the Call Me Cordelia podcast. So I'm actually calling to give you guys a quick story about a childhood feat that I definitely should not have walked away from. So this goes back about 25, 26 years. At our house, we had a tree about 20 or 25 feet tall.
In Maine.
And at the top of the tree looked kind of like a crow's nest. My brother and I liked to play pirates. So
He climbed up there.
me, being the somewhat gymnast I was as a child, climbed to the
As
top
we
of
all
the
were.
tree and pretended to look out on the crow's nest. Put my hand on the branch at the top of the tree, and I leaned forward to pretend that I was like swinging on a rope as a pirate. The branch broke. I fell, smashed probably 4 or 5 branches all the way down, landed face down on the hard grass because it was winter, so the grass was frozen. The ground was completely
I
frozen
don't know
over.
what that's like.
Fell and hit all the branches, smashed my body flat on the ground, got up, and walked away.
Scott was like,
To this day, I have no idea how I didn't break one bone in my body.
you were a
Probably
child.
from
You were
falling
built
off
of rubber.
And
that
lucky he
tree.
hit the branches.
My brother came running. Everyone came running
Slowed
to
him
check
down.
on me.
Yeah.
And I literally got up, walked away completely unscathed.
Yeah.
Have no idea how I did that.
Or he's unbreakable.
Anyway, guys, keep up the great work on the show, and we'll talk to you soon.
I was going to say it, but it's like, I'm going to let him finish first. I'm going to say he's unbreakable. Yes, Dave, you're unbreakable. You're Bruce Willis. Congratulations.
Tight. Congratulations.
So did you fall from the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down? I love that. Home trees, even though that's done, please tell us more of those stories. I want to hear all of them.
Right.
Because we all have them. Where you should have died, but you didn't.
Yeah.
And that's why we all know we're unbreakable. And also your body's rubber.
I'm serious. Like, kids they can do things that adults can't do.
Yeah.
Think about like a toddler. They fall from their feet down to their
I
butt,
know.
right?
Well, I mean,
if I was a fall from here,
it's a percentage.
gravity pulls you at the same rate no matter what.
I understand.
They're proportionally weaker than we are, supposedly, right? Because they're smaller and their bones are softer. And
or are they?
I don't know. Maybe it's because their bones are softer. Ours are all hard and brittle.
A fall from 10 feet. Because so you're 6 feet. You're 6'2", right?
6'1".
Okay. So 6'1" all the way down.
So let's say I'm going basically 3 feet down from my hips down to the ground.
Yeah.
3 feet
Still
down.
hurt.
Yeah, I might break a tailbone or something.
Yeah.
I might break a hip.
Yes.
We've
Like a
had
kid- a kid
multiple.
Oh, you're
Cool.
definitely breaking a hip.
We've
Because
had
you're an old
multiple
man.
people in our office take small falls, like from sitting in a stool or down and break their tailbones.
Yeah.
I think we've had like 3 people.
It's a disproportionate amount.
Yeah.
There's some odd stats in our office.
There are
Yeah.
some stats.
Well, were any of
I'm
them
just
talking
waiting
about
for
the
something horrible to happen to me. I know it's going to happen.
Does any of those talk about Chappelle's show often?
No, different scenario.
Oh, okay, good.
All right.
Yeah. Do you have any more? Dave, I'm glad you survived. And anyway, keep going.
All right. So voicemail number 2.
Dose.
Hey, what up, MGT?
What up?
It's your favorite, Morgan from the Bad
Hey, Morgan.
Podcast. I'm in Solving, and I've had a lot of wine today, and I'm about to do my first escape room.
Oh, nice.
Any
Cool.
tips for first escape room?
Don't suck.
This is a terrible message. Anyway, I realize that I'm going to be getting this advice later after I'm doing my first escape room, but any hot tips for a first room experience would be, first escape room experience would be.
What you should have done is looked under that table.
Never mind. Do not play this on air. I'll call back later.
We're playing it. Whoops, we're playing it here. I mean, tips for escape room is don't do it alone. You need at least 4 people with you.
Yeah.
Why would anybody want to escape from solving? It's charming.
It is true. Do you ever have the apple skeevers?
No, I haven't been there in 30 years.
We should go to this escape room.
I've been promising my wife a trip to Solvang since she got here.
I've never been.
Oh, it is. Darnie's totally right. It's
It's like an old
delightful.
Swedish town or something, or German, or
I like
Dutch or
Scandinavian-ish,
Holland, some
some Northern European type of architecture.
where everyone has socialized healthcare or universal healthcare.
Yeah.
Solving. So you just kind of go from shop to shop, but they have like these little open, like food vendors, but like there actually are like a store, but like you can just walk up and they have these things called apple skeevers, and they're just like little pancake balls. They're delicious, but they're in like a specialized tin that you bake them in. You would really, I mean, they're delicious. They're not donuts, but that's the best way I can describe them.
Aren't
just
skeevers
pastries.
like the diseased rats in
that's
Elder
that's exactly what I
Scrolls?
think. Yes, they are exactly. When you said that, I was just like, "Oh, that doesn't sound good."
I just had a visceral, negative reaction
You
to
take the meat of the
skeevers.
skeevers and you mix it with some apples into a little meat pastry ball.
Oh, in Elder Scrolls, they definitely have done that. And I guarantee you I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. It's like apple skeevers, skivers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Morgan, go in with 4 people. Don't forget to shout out anything that you think might be relevant. Because like that's so many times when people fail.
Even your dumbest idea is probably relevant.
Exactly. You just shout out because it might lead to something else. And as the expert escape room people we are, all 3 of mine that I've been to.
And a 4 combination lock only has like maybe several million combinations. Try them all.
Try them all.
Just one by one. Start from the beginning. 0, 0, 0, 0. Then go 0, 0, 0, 1.
It's bad.
You'll get there. You got 60 minutes. You have time.
But shout out all your answers, collaborate, share information. Like don't hold on to it or anything. And then look under that table. There's always something under that
flip
table.
everything over that's not nailed
Bottom
down.
side of the rug.
Yeah.
Man, that rug one.
Tear the wallpaper off the walls. Just destroy that place.
Always take a pickaxe when you do an escape room because there might be something behind the sheetrock.
One of those little cat's claws, the little mini.
Yeah.
Your lockpick set, a hammer.
I don't think
Tools of the trade.
I don't think our crew at Bakersfield Escape Room are gonna have us back.
Yeah,
We're coming back.
Subscribed.
We're coming back loaded with stuff. But Morgan, I hope you did well, and I hope you had a designated driver because we enjoy your comedy. Yeah, that's it. I don't know.
All right. Voicemail numero trace.
Hello, MGT. This is Morgan from the Bad
Morgan
Reception
again.
Podcast.
Hey, long time no here.
I'm about to do my first escape room experience, and I'm calling to get any advice you may have on someone doing their first escape room. Additional details. I've had a lot of wine. More additional details. I realize that I'll be getting this advice long after I've completed my, or not completed my escape room. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, so you have to go in with 4 people. Shout out any person.
Take a sledgehammer and a pickaxe.
So did you guys like part 1 or part 2 better? I like part 1 better. I feel like the original is like better than the second one, the sequel, Morgan part 2.
I don't know. I think the sequel took the good things about the original and refined it.
If you didn't have the first one, it wouldn't have set up the impact.
She built
that the
a
second one
world
had.
with that first message, but
The second one was really polished and it was
Yeah.
just a solid movie, and it couldn't have gotten there without the first one.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm going to disagree, guys. I think the original is always better than the sequel. You know what it is? It's an Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2 situation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, explain to me. Is Evil Dead 2 a sequel or a remake?
Or a reboot.
I've never known the answer to that question.
I've never seen any of them.
I haven't either. I've seen
Evil Dead 2 is like way better.
But is it better because it's like they had more money, or is it just that
They didn't have a whole lot of money for Evil Dead 2.
I've seen Army of Darkness, which is related, is it not?
That's the third one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
I've never? I know who Bruce Campbell is.
Yeah.
I know who Sam Raimi is.
I don't understand the relationship between Evil Dead 1 and 2. So
Okay, there's going to be someone out there
Two
that's just
that
like
came out recently?
pounding their hand on the fist.
2 came out in like 86.
But one just
85.
came out recently, right?
Oh, they remade
There's
Evil
a
Dead.
series.
Oh, okay. So it
oh,
was
and
the
then there was a
first
remake movie.
So it's a remake of the first movie.
But I think
or
like
the second one. I don't know.
my impression of Evil Dead 2 was like that was a movie they wanted to make the first time, but they did have a little more money, so they made it and just kind of ignored Evil Dead 1.
Oh, wait, so it is like a second take, basically?
I guess it's a reboot.
Nice.
So before we started calling things that,
let's say like Mandy. I know you're listening right now. Like you hit us up with that Patreon supporter. I know that you're a big horror fan. Somebody explain that to us.
isn't Shampoo a big horror guy?
Shampoo is a big horror guy too. He used to actually have a horror podcast.
Yeah, that's why that's why I made that association in my brain.
That's really in your mind brains. We got any more hotlines?
We do have one more.
Hope it's
Probably another one from Morgan.
Gosh, please.
I hope it's a post room message.
Yeah, Morgan, tell us if you won or not.
Here we go.
How's it going, more gooder than guys? I stumbled across you through Instagram, found your page and found this number.
Okay.
And I myself have a fellow podcast where we have a phone number. And I think it's really fantastic that and this isn't the first time I've seen this, but I think this is really fantastic that there's like-minded people out here doing like-minded things. My show is called The Dapper Dads. Our phone number is 4027-DAPPER. That's 402-732-7737, where we just do a bunch of crazy fucking shit.
Okay.
I'm sold.
So go ahead and give you 3 hot ones before I get off the phone, because it says you guys have been on a vacay and you want a funny or crazy voicemail.
Yes.
So here's 3 hot takes really quick. Femme pop is one of the best genres of music. That includes having Drake in there, but also fuck Drake, King Push for life. Number 2, baked beans are a suitable substitute for lubricant if you are suddenly found your company being a woman who can't quite get the wetness going on down below. And basements are the preferred place of partying because nobody can hear your friends scream through concrete. Y'all take care. Keep doing your shit.
I missed the last part.
I was laughing.
I know, right?
I think it was someplace to party.
Basements.
Oh, basements.
That's what I thought. He said basement, but then he said something. I thought he said something about time.
He says the best place to party because nobody can hear your friends scream through concrete.
Concrete. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
he's a different kind of party.
Yeah.
So what was that? So we'll look it up again, but 7 Dapper. I'm calling it.
Oh yeah.
We should.
Is Dapper Dads?
Dapper Dads is the podcast, but the thing was
we need to set them up with Dapper Dan's.
4027 Dapper. Is that what he said? I'm calling it.
I can't listen to the FOP podcast. I'm a Dapper Dad's
Dapper
man.
Dads podcast. Thanks for calling. That was actually quite uplifting and scary, but uplifting at the same time.
I will not go to his basement if he throws a party there.
Definitely not. And I'll never think of baked beans the same way.
That sounds like a yeast infection just waiting to happen.
I was thinking the candy. I'm like that.
Oh, Boston baked beans?
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah,
I
think it's about a can of
But
baked
they
beans.
wouldn't. Yeah, the candy wouldn't make a good lubricant.
I prefer the burnt beans, the ones with the little divots on the outside. With the little.
You know more about bean lore than I do.
Yeah. So I'm a beanologist. So yeah, that was good. Any more?
That's it.
It's nice to have hotline messages again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm calling that. I don't know what I'm going to leave. I'm gonna call it. We should all call and leave something like the same message about escape
At the end of the
rooms.
recording, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nan's Corner. Support yourself a nice glass of sarsaparilla. Sit in a rocking chair. Cuddle up with a nice blanket. Because it's time for Nan's Corner. So other soaps I remember from TV ads: Kamei, Dial, Lava. It was Gritty for Tough Dirt, Rights, Coal Tar, and Life Buoy.
I've never heard
And
of
the
those.
two you all mentioned, of course, are Zest and Irish Spring.
Yeah.
We have Irish Spring right now.
Yeah.
That's what soap we got. What do you got in your house right now?
Dove.
Dove.
Yeah,
Yeah. You still got it?
I'm a grown adult now.
I'm still rocking the Dove, but ever since Chris pointed out that it's like washing yourself with lotion and hard to rinse off, I've noticed that it's like
Shoot, I
washing
ruined
yourself
it.
with
Got it in his
lotion and
head.
hard to
Yeah.
rinse off.
It's terrible. It's so terrible. We're fans of, at least I am. I'm fans of my brother and me. And one of their early sponsors was this thing called Infinity Soap. And it's basically like
Got to collect all 7.
I mean, it's fine. Whatever.
yeah, that's
You
you're
know? It's okay. I got the joke. It's funny. No, and so it's got this it's got a place where you put your sliver of soap. So it's cupped. The soap is cupped, and you take your last sliver of soap and you put it on top of that one.
Yeah.
and it fits in
And it
you-
like melds together.
melds together, and so you never run out of soap.
Yeah, I've read a life hack where you're supposed to take the little one and put it on top of the other one, and then when you like wash yourself, it like fuses it together.
Yes.
It works half the time. It doesn't always work.
Yeah, these soaps are genetically modified to if the McElroys like it, then it must be
symbiotes,
good.
like, bond together.
Did you get that second sticker I sent you?
I did. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
it was coming from England.
Well, it was in some other language that I don't even recognize the characters from.
Really?
It might be Elvish or some sort of fictional language because it came with a little postcard that was obviously like a holiday postcard.
Okay.
But it was a language that I don't recognize. And then there were
so
stickers
weird.
in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because I sent you 2 stickers.
Yeah, there's 2. I got 2 different mailings.
Okay,
And
okay.
each one had 2 stickers in it. So
Yeah. There was it was like a trophy for him finishing Venture Zone Balance. So
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, that was cool.
If you listen, I will also send you a sticker.
That's a big commitment.
It's 69 episodes, man.
What? 69.
Yeah. They did that on purpose.
I'm halfway through the graphic novel.
That's okay.
You can keep that one, by the way. I bought another one.
Did you?
That's my gift to you. 'Cause I thought he'd read it quickly.
So you bought 3. You
Yeah,
bought
he
3.
brought him as gifts for my friends.
but that one wasn't a gift. It was just.
Yeah, but
It turned into a gift.
Admiral Adama once said that you should never loan out a book. You should just give a book.
Guys,
And I gave it. I loaned it to him. And I realized, like, I should just gave that to him.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I immediately ordered another one for myself after I gave it to him. So that one's yours.
Thanks.
Thank you. That was good. I mean, it's Adventure Zone change. It would change the way I look at podcasting. It's incredible.
I don't know if it's done that, but it definitely. Well, maybe like in storytelling. And
Yeah, that's what I'm
podcasting,
talking
for
about.
sure.
Storytelling, for
Yeah.
sure. So back to Nate's Corner. We had Ivory soap. It was cheap. It floated, so it doubled as a boat. But it made the water yucky and white and left floating bits. Ugh.
Yeah.
But when you're the 4th kid of 6 and you use the same bath water 2 at a time, what's a little more...
Oh man.
Yeah.
See, in my household right now, when it's time for the kids to clean up, they're always fighting like, "No, you take a shower first." "No, mom said you have to take a shower first," right? It's always like you have to do it first. In that household, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm first. Me first."
Yeah.
Like, I would like
fight each other to
punching
get into
and
that
kicking.
bathroom.
Pee in the water. It's my water now. Oh man, that's so so man.
My dad had like 5 or 6 siblings too, and I think they just got sprayed off with the hose outside.
I would prefer that. I would prefer that.
How did your dad grow up? Was he wealthy household, poor household?
No, well, I think
Your mom grew up in a migrant farming camp. That's what she says.
I think it was a Maricopa labor camp. But my dad, he was born in Oklahoma, and I think he was 6 or 8 when they came to California. But like the Oklahoma house, I mean, it was an outhouse. I'm told you had to like cross through a field with an angry bull in it to get to the outhouse.
So you better really have to go.
Yeah.
Bunch of bullcrap right there.
I see what you did there.
That might be an exaggeration.
That might be where that phrase came from.
Yeah. Your dad invented it. Oh man.
Oh, that's bullcrap you got. You better go, son.
Cross the people. Oh man, did they run a string of like rope to and from the outhouse during
so
the
that they
winters?
could find it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't go off rope.
Don't go off rope. Shut the door. This is funny. Monty comments a lot, but they're always in conjunction with Nan. So like Monty makes it into Nan's corner more often than the other home tree, other than Nan herself. Yeah, I know. Saying it as you said it. He says, more gooder than, you should bring Nan out with you at the beginning of May. Jason Momoa is coming to the Fan Expo Dallas and all. Again, just saying. Anyway, so he says he wants us to come out to Texas. And your mom says, ooh, oh my. Yeah.
Jason Momoa it's just... You have to tip your hat to it. You're like, as a man, you're just like, okay, you win, dude. Like, you got it all. Like, it's
your hair's long.
You can't even hate him.
You're wearing pink leather pants and a top hat. And you're rocking it.
Nah, but he was on SNL, and it was like, just
so
watch.
good.
It's like, he was so good on it. He's so charismatic. He's got stage presence. He's funny. He's handsome. He's
that elf on the shelf was hilarious.
Like, I really want to see his career continue. I want to see him like have like a Dwayne Johnson kind of like.
I'm glad that Aquaman is doing well.
He's on that way. He's on the trajectory right now.
I'm just saying, I don't want to see him fall off that path. Like, I hope he's a household name.
Have you seen the picture of him with his bodyguards?
Oh yeah, like if you ever feel worthless, look at Jason Momoa's bodyguards.
I'm sure they're armed, but like he's just towering over these two little dudes in suits who are like.
What's another one? It says like, Jason Momoa's bodyguards look like the mini bosses you fight before you get to the main boss.
Yeah.
So
I love those pictures too. Like, have you guys ever seen the picture of the guy who plays the Mountain and like his brothers?
Yeah.
So the guy who plays the Mountain is gigantic.
Oh yeah.
But you see him next to his brothers, and he's like the small one.
Yeah.
My favorite is the one of the Mountain next to his wife.
Oh, she's so tiny. Like, I don't.
And the thing is, she's a tall woman, but he's the biggest human I've ever seen.
I actually am concerned for her during their lovemaking sessions. Like, I don't see how he doesn't split her open.
That was the other picture of it. Was that one of the hamster eating the giant banana?
If he's a Reuter, that's not going to be an issue though.
No,
I think he looks natural.
Just,
okay, Reuter.
He's just such a big. He's like 26.
Yeah,
he's so young.
She rides around like nestled between his pecs.
But Jason Momoa's wife is Lisa Bonet.
I don't know who that is.
From like the Cosby Show and yeah. I didn't know that.
She was married to Lenny Kravitz, right?
Zoe Kravitz, yeah. And so he's Zoe Kravitz step. He's her stepdad. Anyway, they have kids together. And what did he say in SNL? He says, "Don't cry, Jason. When you cry, it rains in Hawaii." He like acknowledges his awesomeness. It's really funny.
All of his skits are really funny.
That
too.
scar across his eye, I looked at because like he was in Baywatch and he doesn't have that scar. It was from a broken bottle.
Baywatch the show.
Yeah,
he was around that far back, huh?
Yeah, he's 40. He's 40 something.
He was in the show.
Yeah,
it's crazy that these people like they struggle for decades, and then finally they make it. That late and
I know
their age.
And struggling is tough because like you were on Baywatch, like you were regular on Baywatch. That would be called making it at that point and everything. And then he, of course, Game of Thrones. But he was only on it for a season.
That's what really launched his career.
So intense.
Yeah, such a cool character in the novels, and then I think
spoiler alert, he had to die
perfectly. Yeah.
No, and the thing is him dying is really important for the character growth of Daenerys.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, everyone around her has to die pretty much.
Game of Thrones. Yeah. Game of Thrones suck. Other things that are happening in 2019, like Stranger Things season 3 is going to come out. Avengers Endgame. The final season of Game of Thrones comes out. Like, there's some crazy stuff happening in 2019. We have to dress like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, it's from so the scar across his eye is from a broken bottle in a bar fight. Like not that long ago.
Like before Game of Thrones. But
like right before Game of Thrones. Like he was in a bar fight and just like, F you.
It was probably like a buddy. He's like, come on, I need some more street cred. I got to look a little bit tougher. Just hit me hard.
There's also the memes of him like running to tackle Superman on the red carpet. Have you seen that one? It's just like they put a wig on Superman. It says like my mom, or like woman with this haircut, me running to it thinking it's my mom.
Oh yeah. That's funny.
Did you ever do that? Like run to someone that you thought was your mom, or when you were in the store, like you're not my mom.
No, I've did it though. Did it? I did it.
Yeah.
I did it one time with
you said like you're from London.
With a woman that I thought was my wife. We were like at like a theme park or something like that, and I walked up and like grabbed like her hand or something like that. And I realized like, oh, you're not my wife. I'm sorry. I turned and she was on the other side.
That was what we were riding in a car, and I was riding shotgun, and my wife and her friend were in the back seat, and the husband of Elisa's friend was like reached back to like touch his wife's knee.
Yeah,
and then Elisa's anyway, he's like he realizes like wait, were you wearing jeans? And just like slowly pulls his hands back, just rubbing my wife's knee. Anyway, Lisa's like, excuse me. Just being sweet. And that was Nan's Corner.
It's good.
MGT Light?
Let's do MGT Light.
Vacation.
So what'd you do?
We haven't seen each other in over a month. It's been over a month since we saw each other.
It was bliss.
And it was very nice to not smell. But then after a while, I realized that I've, like the melange from Arrakis, I had an addiction to the guys, and I needed their musk, their scent. Corey, like you went to a Rams game, right?
Yes, I had mentioned before. I was going to a Rams game. We went. It was a lot of fun. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little actually scared. It's just me and my brother. And when we showed up, like all the crowds were just going into the game. And we were a little bit late because like parking is just an actual nightmare there at the Coliseum.
Gosh.
Yeah. So we're a little bit late. We're going in, and there was just like a sea of why is it Seahawks going on? Eagles. A sea of green. Sea of Eagles fans. And they were just like really rowdy. Like the Eagles fans, they got all these like chants and cheers and stuff like that, these songs that they go into. And they like everyone had just been drinking and tailgating before the game. And I was like a little nervous. I wore a Tom Brady shirt under my sweatshirt.
Not good.
And so as I'm going, I'm just like,
yep.
a little higher, Yeah. And there was this guy wearing a Cowboys jersey. And maybe we can talk about this. What is the etiquette? What is the proper etiquette when you're going to a game? Should you only wear jerseys for the teams that are playing? Or does the logic stand that you only get so many opportunities to wear your jerseys, so you should rep your team no matter which game you're going to? You're just going to an NFL game.
I think you wear, okay. Well, because like I will go, I went to a Rams game this season too when it was Rams-Packers.
Yeah.
So of course.
You wore the Packers.
I wore my Packers jersey. I actually think you wear, and this is just me, and I don't think that it's you wear one of the two jerseys if you're a fan of them, of the team, and then if not, you don't wear anything at all. Now, I'm not saying
naked.
You go butt naked,
stark naked, regardless of weather.
Regardless of weather. What's LA? It's always nice. But that's kind of how I feel. Because it just, so when I went to it, it looked weird to see people just like randomly walking around in a Cowboys jersey. Because the only people that got kicked out of the stadium when I was there were Raiders fans. Yeah, because they were in there. But the thing is like it's fine. I don't think it's like wrong, but it looks odd to see the sea of green, and then the sea of yellow or white or whatever,
and then a random like red person, random like black person.
Why are you wearing a Browns jersey? One, like kudos, like that's hardcore fandom right there.
Got a lot of courage.
But no, I just think that you go and
I get that. That's why I didn't wear my actual. I have a Gronkowski jersey. I wasn't going to go quite that far, but I thought I still like the game's going to be my game's going to be on while I'm driving to this game, and I'm going to an NFL game because I'm a fan of football,
right? Yeah.
And my team is the Patriots. So I thought I feel like it's okay to go ahead and like you get only a few opportunities to wear your jerseys, so you should wear them.
I think that's appropriate.
I don't think you're wrong by any means, but I'm
So
just
I
saying what
didn't
I
wear my full jersey. I just wore a shirt. It was just
Right.
a T-shirt that was a Tom Brady jersey shirt. So,
I wouldn't
and was
wear
under a sweatshirt.
Rams if it was only the Rams there.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if I'd go in full Packer gear if I was going to the Eagles.
I'm neither an Eagles nor a
Yeah, I
Rams
know.
like fan. Like
You just like football.
yeah, I like football, and the Rams have had a really good season. I wanted to see them win. I didn't though.
Saw a great game.
I didn't go to Manchester, but I went to a bar to watch Manchester City play Liverpool. I had my Tottenham beanie on because it had my team, there was a relation there. So it makes sense for your team. I don't know how. I'm sure the Patriots are in the playoffs or doing well or something.
Of course,
like that.
come on. Did you ever doubt it?
But I mean,
Get your face out of here. It's your smug, ridiculous face.
so I mean, as a Tottenham fan, I was rooting for a draw.
Yeah.
because that was good for my team.
I will wear my jersey to watch a game, or if I'm going to someone else's house, I'll be wearing my jersey all through the playoffs.
Yeah.
To the actual physical game itself, it's different.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So and I don't think you do. And I want to stress this: rep your team at all times. Like you do.
And that's my thing. Is like
you do. You rep your
I'm
team
not
at all
like
times.
A jersey wearing type of guy, just like day to day. So I'm going to wear it for the occasion, even if my team's not playing.
And that's the thing. You're not wrong. It's just like when I got there and I just saw random Cowboys fans when I was at the Packers Rams game. It's like, that looks weird. Why are you doing that?
So back to my original story that spawned this is it was just like a sea of green. Tons and tons of Eagles fans, which we were really surprised. And we bought the cheaper tickets, so we were on the visitors side. So we're walking in, and this dude has this Cowboys jersey on, and all these guys with Eagles jerseys just start harassing him. And I'm like nudging my brother, like, hey, dude, just like be on alert, kind of, you know. And we're watching this go down, and I'm like, man, do I want to get involved, intervene? Like, if this goes south, like, I feel like I have to do something. Turns out he was actually their buddy. Like, they were just razzing him a little bit. But I mean, they were going so hard on him. I thought, like, man, this might actually be one of those, because people have gotten like beat up really
totally
at Raiders games and stuff. So I wasn't really sure how it is out in Philadelphia. But anyway,
no one
hates
hates
messing with their buddy.
Yeah,
but he wore a Cowboys jersey to a game that didn't have the Cowboys. And so anyway,
and look how well it went for him.
But we were a little nervous at first, but then eventually kind of like we just realized everyone was just excited. They were super excited. And I have to give this to Eagles fans, man. Obviously it's their year. They're coming off of their championship last year.
They are technically still the reigning Super Bowl champions.
Exactly. But I mean, they were really into it. We had some people, they were all way drunk, like wasted, but we were surrounded.
As you do in Philadelphia.
In our seats, we were surrounded by all Eagles fans. And so at first, like every time the Rams would score or something like that, I was kind of like, all right, I was kind of getting into it. And the woman next to me is just like, you're not allowed to cheer. I was like, okay.
Let's get him.
But we were surrounded by people, and they would just like start these chants, like everyone around us. So we kind of had to like get into that energy of like, okay, you know what? Eagles are winning. Let's go ahead. I'm not really. I'm not pro.
You have no horse in the race.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So we ended up kind of rooting for every score, basically. Like every score, we're just thinking, good job,
go flap. And the Eagles going, Eagles fly, Eagles fly.
Yeah, but it was a good game, and the Eagles deserved that win. It was hard fought.
It's a good game. There's been some incredible football. I've been doing the football recap with Chris Green from the Gravity Beard on the Podfix Presents feed, and we at week after week after week, we are just in awe of the craziness that is this season.
Yeah.
It's been incredible.
It's been unpredictable.
It is. No one hates the Eagles more than a Philadelphia Eagles fan. They hate the Eagles more than anything. They will boo anything that they do. Yeah. It's incredible. Texting with Dave from Super Movie Brother Dave, who's of course outside of Philly. The second the game starts, I'll F these guys. Like, bro, it's kickoff. Nah, they've already lost it. They've lost the game.
They didn't tie their shoes right.
Look at them. Look at their disgrace. Their disgrace, this team. And he is not alone. And when I've heard people talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, because then you have like
it's always sunny in Philadelphia. You know? They're always on the bright side.
Does the day man fight the night man? Is that what's supposed to happen? Is that a thing? Am I right?
Oh yeah, I forgot you don't watch the show.
I don't watch the show.
I thought you were making a reference because you know it, but yeah.
Am I right?
Day man.
Kinda,
It's like
Fighter of the night man. Oh.
Okay,
no?
so I was.
You got to watch this show.
I'm kind of right.
Freaking funny.
I'm kind of right. Yeah, right. We actually took the girls to a Dirty Dancing style family camp.
okay.
Minus the dirty dancing.
Yeah. You took your girl's dirty dancing?
No,
That's
no.
weird,
But
man.
like, because I told Elise, I said, do places like this still exist after we did the Best of Wives, Best of Women episode? And lo and behold, it does.
Yeah.
It's up in the Sequoias. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Like we had our own. So my parents went, my brothers went with their kids, and then we went. Of course, we each had our own little cabin, wood burning stove and everything. And it was all inclusive, like food and entertainment and everything. And it was crazy. It was crazy getting up there because I've never driven through like real snow.
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's when we went up there, I realized like I've seen snow like twice.
Yeah.
Like
I saw it in a picture once.
I saw it in a picture, but like been in it. Like I've driven through Tehachapi when there's some snow on the ground, but like this was full blanket.
Yeah. Do
Of
you have
snow. It's crazy.
4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive or anything?
Yeah, well, I put chains on our tires.
Did you?
Yeah, I put chains up and drove over a little bridge over a frozen pond and everything. It was insane. It was unbelievably gorgeous.
Yeah,
just like breathtaking. We had a blast, and it was just like a whole different thing. Just like you couldn't just like walk outside because like it gets cold.
Yeah.
Big time quotation marks here.
Yeah.
It's cold. Put on some jeans, put on a sweatshirt, you're done.
Yeah.
You can't when it was 0 degrees outside, you had to make sure you
had
were
to
in.
follow the rope to the outhouse.
Yes, actually,
Pass
yes.
the bull.
No, but like you couldn't go out without gloves. Like me and my brother, we went outside of the because there was a main lodge, and we were playing. I brought my banjo, he brought his guitar. I'm like, oh, let's play outside for a little bit. We lasted
Your fingers were frozen instantly.
maybe 10 minutes.
Pinky snapped off.
I was wondering why you only had 7 fingers today. I wasn't going to ask, but
I just thought like, oh, I don't get cold that easy. But then you don't understand the power of nature and the freeziness that happens. And so 10 minutes, like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. But we had the girls, so they got a whole bunch of like snow gear and things, which is 100% necessary. Like the full like jackets, the snow pants and everything. My youngest said, I don't want to put on my snow pants. I look like a farmer. I don't know why that came to her head, but it was incredible, and the place is so freaking cheap.
Really,
it was so cheap. Like the whole family, meals included for a week was for the entire Brayton clan under $3,000.
Yeah,
for the whole family.
Yeah,
and it was worth every penny.
That's cool.
But like the girls took ski lessons, they had snowshoes if you wanted to hike, and then they had a tobogganing area. The pond wasn't completely frozen, so you couldn't ice skate. But it was crazy awesome.
That's cool.
So
you have to give me the details off air or something.
I will.
like that. Check it out.
mslodge.com. Anyway, I just throw it out there.
Off air, Chris.
No, I'm telling people.
We haven't paid for sponsorship.
You know what? We had such a good time that like I want to shout out. But the place is definitely like old school. Like it's old school. Like it was obviously built a long time ago.
Yeah.
But then of course they've been upgrading. They've been building new cabins, and so those are like these beautiful, like looking like chalet type things with like they're log cabin looking and.
Yeah.
But the ones we stayed in were probably the older ones. They had a hot tub, and I didn't.
Hot tub.
Hot. I like it hot.
I like it. You wear your hat while you get in the tub.
I wear
of
my
water.
hot
it's a hat tub. Yeah.
Hot
what's
tub.
the-
Hot tub.
Or is it like a ball pit, but it's hats instead of balls? That doesn't sound very fun.
Sounds like a blast. That's what that sounds like.
I don't know.
But people were in it. At least didn't bring their bathing suit, or we would have gone in because, like, they would get out and the
Well, you wouldn't
steam-
think to bring a bathing suit up into the cold mountains.
Yeah.
It was on the map, but we just didn't think it was going to be open.
Yeah.
Because it's also a summer camp where like you canoe in the pond, and the pond is big. Like I say pond just because I know what a real lake looks like, but it's pretty big. But like you could canoe. They had that big thing from Heavyweights, the blob that you jump on and launch the kid off.
I always just imagine somebody's back breaking on those things. Like just the force of it hitting you and you just snap.
But it's kids, so they're okay.
Yeah. Or like you hit that water so hard because you go really high.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know. I knew I went to junior high with a girl who was on the back of was an inner tube being pulled by a boat.
Yeah.
And you think it's soft and it's bouncy, right? But she bounced on it the wrong way and it broke her back and she was wheelchair bound for the rest of her life.
Yikes.
What?
So I've always just thought about like, God, I got to be careful with my back. Like just anything like that could happen. Even bouncy stuff, you can break your freaking back.
Oh,
I know, right?
yeah. That's horrible.
It horrified me I was in 7th grade and I remember, we had gone to like some kind of break. It must have been spring break, I guess. And when she came back, she was in a wheelchair.
Way to bring it down.
Chris's face is great.
No, it's just that's spring break in more than one
And
way.
so, like, I think when you ride on an inner tube behind a boat, you got to go like belly first, like belly to the water. I think she was on her back.
I mean,
and so she bounce, crack.
I mean, I've never heard of anything that bad.
I think it's probably rare and random, but
That's the
in my mind,
Maybe
that
there was a rock involved.
no rock. What do you mean?
maybe they hit a rock.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying maybe there was. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really know her that well, so I didn't get like, hey, so how'd you break your back? Tell me all about it.
You
So you're
clearly
gonna-
had something happen
So
over the
something
break.
happened.
Someone
How
had
was
some fun over break.
Oh my gosh, it's so
No, so I didn't get
horrible.
the exact details. I just remember as a kid in my head, I was always like, oh
Hey,
my God, like be careful
random
about
girl
bouncing
from
things.
7th grade for Corey. If
If
you're
you
listening,
happen to be a fan, you're listening. I went to Greenfield Junior High in the 7th grade. Would have been 90. I don't even know, 90. I have
good
no
job on
idea.
math. That's real
I don't
good.
know what it was, 1994, 95.
I had to divvy out the money for my fantasy football league. Like, of course, it finished. I finished dead last, 10th place. I have to go hold a sign downtown.
Don't even get me started.
Were you 10th?
No, I was first the entire freaking season.
No, don't. I was last the whole season.
I scored amazing the entire time
Yeah, you did.
until playoffs, and then I scored 59 points. Yeah.
So who won?
I actually got a first round bye, but it was my first actual game in the second round.
Did Dre win?
No, my buddy Evan. I can't talk. My mouth would not form the word Evan. His name is Evan.
What's up, Ethan? I wanted to be friends. Actually, Patreon supporter Dave Morgan won our league.
Is Steven
so-
Galindo in your?
I know, that's exactly it. I think Steven was in my head, but I was thinking Evan. Anyway, so my buddy Evan. He actually runs our league now. My brother used to run it, and then he got tired of doing it, so Evan took over.
Man.
And I mean, it's bullshit when you're. I had the most points for my team.
Mm-hmm.
One of the highest points against, which I like to have that high too. So that way it's like I earned it. It wasn't just given to me. I had the best record of everybody. And then I go to playoffs.
And
get a
given
bye.
Sunday.
And then exactly. And then the second game, I get 59 freaking points.
That's so low.
So that's low.
That's very low.
What's average?
like
100,
110.
yeah, 110.
110. Yeah.
Yeah, ours were give or take about between 110 and 120. We had someone score 170.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Dave, our champion, he had Patrick Mahomes when Mahomes was threw 6 touchdowns in a game.
Yeah.
So he had and he had Kareem Hunt at the time.
That was part of my problem. I had Kareem Hunt, and he was the one who was winning me the whole time, and then he got kicked out of the NFL.
Yeah. Well, Dave, the guy who won, he drafted Le'Veon Bell in the first round.
Yeah.
Le'Veon didn't play it down this entire season.
Was he quoting Chappelle's show stuff in the break room where there were other employees present?
He kicked a woman while she was on the ground.
Oh, that'll do
Yeah,
it.
so the guy's a POS and deserves to be out of the league. But that did hurt some fantasy people.
Yeah.
And so his second round pick was Kareem Hunt. So he lost both his main running backs. His number still won.
Still won, though.
Still won.
Yeah.
Because he picked up Kareem Hunt. I'm not sorry. He picked up Mahomes.
Yeah.
And Mahomes just carried him through the whole way.
Yeah.
But I am 10th. And so that means I will probably get slapped in the face by the first round person. That's one of the punishments. And no matter what, 10th place has to carry the sign around downtown.
Well,
So-
let us know when you're during
for
your
sure.
shame. We'll have lunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shame.
Shame.
Shame. Shame.
But it was.
You have to walk naked, right? You
I got to walk naked. Don't come. It's not pretty. But I was saying about math was, so I had to divvy out the money, and not everybody paid me at the beginning of the season. So I had to if they won, I had to subtract their winnings from subtract their payments that they owed me.
Yeah.
And so at one point I told Cody, who got third. Cody, of course, from Straight Urban and the Dan and Cody podcast.
From the Cody and Friends podcast.
The Cody and Friends podcast. Thank you. He got third. I'm saying, oh, well, you paid this amount. You actually owe me $5 still. Yeah. And I'm like, wait, no. you get $25. Like that's bad math.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not my strong point. What'd you do, Donnie? Did you do anything cool?
No.
You just chilled, huh?
Yeah, I like a staycation.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was mainly what we did too for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Other than us
We
going,
needed somebody to watch the kids during the day. We don't want to pay for daycare, so, so I stayed home.
oh, that's you should have come over.
You live like
I would have
miles away.
or I would have come over, or
I was fine playing Fallout.
I know, yeah, I know. I've been doing Red Dead Redemption 2. It's been a lot of fun, and not every day. I don't know.
Yeah, we stayed busy though. Like I had Steve Glenn to come over one of the days to record his tracks for the.
Yeah, I had Steve
song.
come over and we played. No, I have a present for Steven. I just have. It's actually in my car with a stamp on it, about to be mailed to him. Have not done it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You gonna see him anytime soon? Let's just give it to you.
No,
yeah,
the
exactly.
mail would get to him faster than I would.
Also, but Donnie, don't be so coy about it. You started a new podcast.
Oh yeah, I did.
with Patreon extraordinaires Drew and Thomas, among others.
Yep,
And first episode came out last week.
it did. The Crit Storm podcast, Crit Storm cast. It's a D&D like play. So I play a gnomish rogue, and we, kill stuff, fight stuff,
Roll some dice.
learn to love.
Learn to love. Make some perception checks.
Yeah.
Steal some things.
Are you guys rolling actual dice? Or are you playing on like a dice generator?
Roll 20.
We are on Roll20, but we've done both. Like, I couldn't find my dice, so I just started using the ones in Roll20.
Yeah.
But now Thomas got us all cool dice sets.
Oh, I saw
for
those. Those looked amazing.
Christmas. Yeah.
cool.
So nice.
Yeah, he's like, take a picture so we can post it. And I think Juliet put her spell cards in hers because there's a little slot for things. So it's like, well, mine's the rogue set. So I put some lockpicks in there.
Yeah.
And Drew's like, yours came with lockpicks? No.
They're beautiful dice. You got them from
Skull Candy?
not Skull Candy.
Oh yeah, those are headphones, huh?
Yeah.
It is Skull something.
Oh, I don't remember, but
Skull Dice? Is it Skull Dice?
It might just be called Skull Dice.
Yeah.
that doesn't sound right.
Dungeon Skull. Let's do some more fun things.
Darth Skull.
Some word association.
Skull.
Scoliosis.
Yeah.
That's it.
Could be Skrull. Is it Skrull maybe?
No.
Is it?
You got this.
I don't have anything.
Is it Skull, that popular brand of chewing tobacco?
Yes,
Death
skull dice.
Skull. Yeah, so that was cool. So anyway,
Yeah.
that's coming out. I think it's every 2 weeks, right? It's not weekly. I don't think so.
Good question.
I was
All I
promoting.
do is
I
play.
obviously was promoting it earlier this week when
Yeah.
it came out, and Drew had even said, "Hey, thanks for promoting it." And I almost told him I'm just doing Donnie's part for you. I know he just has actually forgotten that he's doing this podcast until he actually does it.
Well, we've got 6 or 8 episodes in the bag. We've been recording for months, but Thomas has been busy with some stuff, so you finally got the first episode edited.
Edited.
When they tapped me for it, they're like, Thomas was already going to edit. Juliet's doing art. Drew is, being the dungeon master. So I'm like, well, so all I got to do is
Show up.
sit down in front of my mic and play D&D for 3 or 4 hours, once or twice a month. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, darn. It was funny too.
I can do that.
It's similar to when we started doing Dragon Age, and I had said to you, hey, I have some. I have an idea for a story that I wanted. Do you mind if I do a couple? You're like, yeah, sure. And then when I said, hey, it actually is going to turn into something longer. Oh, you mean I just get to play?
Yeah.
Oh, twist my arm, Chris. So
All right, we'll let you have this one, buddy.
whenever
Go ahead and DM.
Whenever Josh is, I actually bought the for the Adventure Zone. They're doing the Amnesty. I bought the Monster of the Week book.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm not really liking it.
no, it's just it is. It's just different.
I don't want to criticize my balance. It's just so good. It's hard. It's hard to live up to it.
It's so. Oh, no, you can't.
I know you guys are listening. Amnesty's good. It's just
No, and that's the thing. Amnesty is very good. Is it world-changingly good like Balance? And that's the tough thing.
But here's my thing too. I really enjoyed Dust. Dust was freaking awesome.
If
every one of Justin's characters and all the other experiments they did were better than what they got going for Amnesty.
See, I love Duck Newton. Galindo doesn't
Justin
like Duck
always,
Newton.
He always brings it. But I'm just saying, like,
Donnie, get out of this room. Get out of the room right now.
I can't think of the names, but like, I know that his character in Dust, like the Southern Ghost.
Yeah,
that
so
was
funny.
such a clever
He was a cashew salesman. Yeah,
what is his name? I can't think of his name
remember
because he
now.
always reps the cashew company.
it's like McAllister
It's
or
like
something like that.
Clayton McAllister from the Clayton McAllister Cashew Company.
Cashew company.
But he's a ghost, so
It's called Urban Shadows is the name of the game they're playing, and it
Yeah.
runs off the Apocalypse Dice system, which is just the 2.
Huh.
And
But I even think Irene and Amala, what was the that whole like duality where he had like this really shy, meek woman, but then she'd turn into this superhero in
you know what?
what was the other one called?
Commitment.
Commitment,
Yeah, I actually couldn't handle Clint being the DM.
Oh, really?
I thought it was really bad. So
It wasn't terrible.
I'll re-listen to it.
He's no Griffin. Griffin's amazing.
If Griffin would have DM'd Dust, I actually think that's the one
That would have been the best
That
to
would
go
have been the one that
forward,
they
yeah.
would have gone forward
Absolutely.
to. Because I love a good Western. I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And if we do end up playing, I have a storyline that I have for the Monster of the Week. I actually am going to set it in the Old West.
Yeah.
So I have a whole thing going for it and everything.
Anyways, I got off on a tangent, but
Yeah.
I'm pushing through Amnesty. It's not bad. It's not by any means. It's
You just
really
got
good,
you
but-
just got to. So here's what I did. I accepted that it wasn't balanced.
Yeah.
And that in the end, they're talented guys, and Griffin is a talented storyteller.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And you're going to like it.
Yeah, I know I will.
But yeah, it's no balance. Balance was incredible. That's the problem. And
It was too good. Actually,
they
it
know
was actually too good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Rush is in. Listen to it, folks. Well, I mean, everybody that we've told, like, because I told Galindo, I told Howarth, I told you, like, I can recommend it to people and be like, no, I'm serious. You're going to be obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And it's 100% true every single time.
Yeah.
Been really enjoying talking to Donnie about it. He's secretly been listening. He knows all about
I've
it.
listened to most of the first episode.
Yeah, there you go. See? There you go.
It takes a minute for them to really figure out what they're doing and get their stride.
Yeah.
Once they get on the Express, they're good to go.
I agree. I think probably the second arc is when they're like, okay, we know what we got here, and then it just gets better and better. Once he starts adding the music, it's from there. It's upward all the way.
I think maybe if you'd come to me sooner, I would have started listening. But now it's like at that Rick and Morty saturation phase where like, I don't want to fucking listen to that.
Yeah, but it's just happen. You're like your two best buds, just the ones that. It's not like it's like just all these random people are just running around the street being like, "Oh, Rick and Morty, it's my life now."
There's
like,
like
oh, you're not getting the nihilism of the whole thing.
There's like the Adventure Zone, like aisle in Barnes and Noble
Right.
now, and
Man, they wish. Yeah. Right. I did want to. Do we have anything else? Like, we saw movies. I saw Spider-Verse. Go see Spider-Verse. It was really good.
we saw
I took
Aquaman.
the kids to go see Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yeah, it's
that
fun.
was hilarious.
Yeah, it was really good. My oldest has been singing that like the pop version of Vanellope von Schweetz.
Okay, her little like Disney princess song.
But like the princesses in that movie, they were the best part of the movie.
They were funny.
They were so funny. And but at the very end of the movie, they do like the pop remix of it. My oldest just sings it nonstop.
That's funny.
And honestly, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You saw Aquaman?
Yeah.
And you really enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
I'm glad DC had like another good one. They really needed it.
Did your mom enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. We saw Mary Poppins. That was fun.
Yeah.
How is Lin-Manuel?
Oh, I mean, he does a full near rap in the middle of it, and it is extraordinary. Elise and I both like looked at each other, and like our eyes went wide. Is he doing a thing? He's doing a thing.
Who does he play?
He plays a lamplighter.
It's like the Dick Van Dyke
Yeah.
character,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, it's almost a complete just remake of the first. It's that similar,
Same story.
with the beats and the beats that it hits and everything. But I don't mind it because it's such a classic. It's almost, if they did anything different, then it wouldn't have been good. Like it's incredibly familiar to watch. My girls are huge Mary Poppins fans, And so is Elise. And
Honestly, I think I disagree with you. I feel like it needs to do something different. Otherwise, why remake it? We have the original; it's still great.
you're not remaking it. It was a sequel.
So does the first one hold up? I've never actually seen it.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
It is. It's very enjoyable.
I mean, it's probably one of those things you had to see when you were a kid. Watching it now, your parents like, okay.
Yeah.
Guys, are we doing
I
Mary
mean,
Poppins
is
next
it-
episode?
Is it The Thing good?
No,
obviously, it's very
but
different.
it's really it's an incredibly enjoyable film.
I
The
mean, we
music is
obviously
good.
could do like bed knobs and broomsticks.
I would watch Bed
Mary
Knobs and Broomsticks.
Poppins, and there's probably another one that's like that where they do the rotoscoping or whatever.
Oh man,
And yeah.
that's what we're gonna do. And I have all of those on VHS,
Right.
so we can. I mean,
I don't even have a VHS player, man. That's
I got the
ancient
I got the
technology.
combo.
Mary Poppins, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, and Cool World.
Yeah, those are all the exact same movies.
Well, if we're gonna do Cool World, I feel like that's more of
Roger
like
Rabbit.
moving.
Roger
yeah, like
Rabbit.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Felix the Cat.
Hey, that's because we couldn't think of a third. That's a potential for one of the mini team battles we'll have
team
coming up.
battles that we're gonna be coming up with. Ooh,
So
yeah.
I can't think of what else to put with those two.
There's always a third. We can do
Are we,
Wizard.
we're just gonna have this conversation
so
on
good.
air.
Behind the scene, people love this behind the scenes shit.
Yeah, making the sausage and everything. I do want to say though, Home Trees, we are adding 2 new podcasts this month to the Podfix Network. Actually, tomorrow, check the podfixnetwork.com to see the full lineup. There will be a new edition, and then also next week we'll be premiering another one. So check out the podfixnetwork.com. We're adding new shows, and they're both very, very good shows. So you're gonna.
We
enjoy.
only add very, very good shows.
It is true. It's so true. Anyway, anything else?
That's it for me.
I got a Porg Lego, and it's fantastic. If you wiggle the tail, its arms move and its mouth opens. We'll be posting a picture of that. Probably singing something too. Might be a regular thing. But that is going to do it for us in the MGT recording bunker. It was nice to be back, right, guys?
Yeah.
We really appreciate you rating, reviewing, and subscribing to the podcast on the Apple Podcast app. Also, we are now part of Radio Public on the, which is a brand new app, but it pays people for listening. So if you just don't care about what podcatcher you use, start using the Radio Public app to listen to us. They every certain amount of listens, they actually give us money, which is really cool. So if you think you know anyone who'd like our show, 2019 is a great time to start listening to MGT. Even tell them you don't have to go back if you don't want to. Great if you did. But
Start with True Rickmans.
True Rick Mance is a very good one to start with. But yeah, tell people about us. We're a lot of fun. We'll be friends with them. Please follow us on Twitter at MGT Podcast. We're on Instagram and Facebook at More Gooder Than. Email us at moregooderthan@gmail.com. Call the hotline at 661-489-7323. And visit our website, mgtpodcast.com, where you can support us via Patreon, like our great and powerful sponsor, Nan, and the rest of the Sacred Grove. While you're there, you can buy a nice, I don't know,
I got nothing.
umbrella with a talking parrot on it, like in Mary Poppins, with our logo on it.
That's oddly specific.
Yeah, it's very specific. Right, because none of ours are specific before. Class I.
I was thinking maybe they could buy like an MGT branded outhouse that they can take a bull crap in.
That's good. Yeah, with your friend Even.
Friend even.
MGT logo designed by Mary Madewell, Home Tree logo designed by Dan Nicholson, and of course, we're proud members of the aforementioned Podfix Network. Follow us on Twitter at Podfix and the website podfixnetwork.com. And I'm so excited to say this for the first time in 2019.
You're gay?
See you next week.
Same thing.
And I'm gay. That's bye for me, Chris and Corey
Later.
and Donnie.
See ya.
This was a podcast from the Podfix Network. You can Check out more shows like it at oddfixnetwork.com.